If your career feels stuck, it may not be because you stopped growing. It may be because the old ladder is no longer built for the way work actually moves in 2026. For a long time, the career deal sounded simple. Do good work, stay consistent, become senior, then become a manager or expert. Each level was supposed to unlock more pay, more status, and more control over your future. Now, many people are doing better work, learning more tools, and carrying more responsibility, but the next title does not arrive. The company still praises growth, but the path upward feels crowded, slow, or invisible. The problem is not just one bad manager or one unlucky year. Many organizations are flatter, budgets are tighter, teams are leaner, and AI is changing how work gets divided. The latter still exists, but fewer people can climb it at the same speed. This creates a strange feeling. You can be learning every month and still feel professionally frozen. Your skills may be expanding, but your role may not change. That gap between real growth and visible advancement is where frustration starts. Traditional ladders fail when they rely on open seats. If there is no senior role available, your readiness does not matter much. You may be promotable, but the company may not have a place to promote you into. A job title is not only a reward, it is also a slot in an org chart. When companies reduce layers or delay hiring, those slots become scarce. That means your career can be limited by structure, not just by effort. Another failure point is visibility. Many people assume great performance speaks for itself, but performance is often seen only by your direct team. Advancement usually requires proof that travels beyond your manager and across the organization. When leaders discuss your next step, the hidden question is rarely, did this person work hard? It is closer to, can this person create value in a bigger, messier, more uncertain situation? That requires evidence, not just effort. This is where the portfolio method comes in. Instead of treating your career like one ladder, you treat it like a portfolio of proof. You build assets that show what you can do across problems, teams, tools, and business outcomes. In a financial portfolio, one asset should not carry your whole future. In a career portfolio, one job description should not carry your whole identity. Your assets are skills, project results, relationships, reusable examples, and credible stories about impact. If this kind of career strategy is useful, consider subscribing. This channel is about building practical leverage at work, especially when the old advice sounds good but no longer matches the workplace you are actually in. A portfolio career does not have to mean quitting your job, freelancing full-time, or chasing side hustles every night. For most professionals, it starts inside their current role. It means collecting stronger proof than a title can provide. The biggest weakness in many careers is not a skill gap, it is a proof gap. You may know how to solve problems, but if your work is buried in meetings, private messages, and forgotten projects, it is hard for others to recognize your level. Good portfolio proof is portable. It can be explained to your manager, a skip-level leader, a recruiter, a client, or a future hiring team. It turns vague claims like "I am strategic" into concrete examples that other people can understand. The first step is to track outcomes, not just tasks. A task says you built a dashboard. An outcome says the dashboard helped leaders see a risk earlier, save time, reduce confusion, or make a better decision. The second step is to create cross-functional proof. Promotions often require trust outside your home team. Look for projects where you work with sales, finance, product, operations, legal, or customer support, depending on your field. Cross-functional work matters because modern problems rarely stay inside one department. If you can translate between teams, spot trade-offs, and keep people aligned, you become valuable in a way that a narrow job description may not capture. The third step is to build project streams. A stream is a repeating area of value, not a random one-time favor. For example, you might become the person who improves onboarding, cleans up reporting, tests AI workflows, or reduces customer friction. This is different from saying yes to everything. Random busyness can make you exhausted without making you promotable. A portfolio method asks whether a project creates visible proof, builds a useful skill, strengthens a relationship, or opens a future option. One practical tool is a promotion file. Every week, write down the project, the problem, the action you took, the result, and who noticed. Keep it simple. The goal is not self-obsession. The goal is memory support. When possible, use numbers, but do not invent precision. If you save time, estimate carefully. If you improved quality, describe the before and after. If you reduced risk, explain what failure you helped prevent. Your portfolio should become a set of short stories. Here was the messy situation, here was the choice I made, here was the result, here is what I learned. Stories help people understand your judgment, not just your activity. Another useful frame is internal consulting. You are still an employee, but you learn to define problems, diagnose constraints, propose options, and deliver a small, valuable result. This makes your work easier to explain beyond your normal role. Internal consulting does not mean acting like an outsider who knows everything. It means asking better questions and helping teams get unstuck. The best portfolio builders are not loud self-promoters. They are reliable problem solvers whose work leaves a trail. Some portfolio assets can live outside your employer too. A certification, a public case study, a professional community, a small consulting project, or a thoughtful article can signal direction. The key is relevance. External proof should support the career you actually want. Side projects can help, but they can also become a distraction. If your evenings are already overloaded, do not build a second career out of guilt. A small, focused proof asset is often better than a huge project that never gets finished. Here is what we know. Career paths are becoming less linear. Skills are being discussed more than titles, and many workers feel stuck despite being busy. What we do not know is exactly how every company will redesign advancement, so your strategy should be flexible. The portfolio method helps because it gives you options. If a promotion opens internally, you have evidence ready. If an internal move appears, you can show range. If you need to interview elsewhere, you are not starting from a blank page. This method works better when paired with direct conversations. Ask your manager what evidence would make you credible for the next level. Ask which projects matter most. Ask what gaps they would need to defend you in a promotion discussion. A common mistake is waiting until review season to reveal a year of invisible effort. By then, budgets may be set and decisions may already be shaped. Share progress in small, useful updates before the official process begins. The old ladder teaches you to ask, what is my next rung here? The portfolio method teaches you to ask, what options am I creating? That shift matters because one employer may not be able to reward every valuable thing you learn. Imagine a marketing coordinator who wants to grow. Instead of only asking for a senior title, she builds proof around campaign analysis, sales alignment, and AI-assisted content testing. Now, her story is not just, I worked hard, it is, I helped the team make better decisions. Now imagine an IT analyst. He automates a repeated support task, documents the process, trains 2 teammates, and shows how it reduced confusion. That is technical skill, operational thinking, and leadership proof, even before a manager title appears. The portfolio method is not a shortcut around competence. You still need to do good work. The difference is that you stop assuming good work will automatically be seen, translated, remembered, and rewarded by a system that is already overloaded. In 2026, the smartest career question may not be, how do I climb faster? It may be, how do I build proof that survives a slower ladder? If you have questions or want a video on portfolio examples for your industry, tell me in the comments.